Alright, I'm going to show you, or attempt to show you, how I do a sunflower. First I get a scruffy brush, looks like this, and I dip it, double dip it, in black and burnt umber. This is a dark one. You can do this with many colors for the center. I've seen green centers with yellow, and a lighter brown with the black. I already did one test out, make sure I was doing this right, and you start with the brush upright. There's brown here and black here, and then you just keep it up, and you keep the brush going the same way. You don't turn it or anything, you just go up, around, or I should say down, around, back up, and I just pounce in the middle, and you can see a little bit of the black shadowing there where it makes kind of the center dimple. And that is the center. Now we will do one little trick that I like to add to give it a little bit of color in the petals. So if you hold on 1 second, I'll get that going. We want to paint the petals when it's still wet so that we kind of get the striations from the darker. But I like a little touch of orange around the edge. Add it, and then you'll get a little bit of orange in the base petals. Okay, we're going to start the petals, the first layer. This one's dry, but I'll demonstrate on it. I'm mostly dry. And I double load with a yellow ochre type color. Each brand has their different name for it. And a saffron yellow in a Deco Art Americana. And you just start right on the edge where you pick up some of the black or brown, and you just press, stroke in the direction you want the petal to go, and lift. And you do this all the way around. All the way around. Now I want to do the other one while it's still wet so we can get some of the color striations in there. You can see some of the black. I think I waited too long on the orange. It's not getting it. And the brush is getting a little dry out there towards the end. You can always stroke over. Taking that in the way. And you go all the way around. I keep loading my brush. And some of them need to be a little bit longer. Sometimes yellow isn't always very opaque, so sometimes you do need to go over them. Try to get the points at the same spot. I don't always. Makes them look a little frazzled. Sorry, my phone. Okay, now we're going to come in and do the second layer. This time, I'm double loading my brush with a lighter yellow, along with the saffron. I'm using a cadmium Delta. No, this is a Deco Art Americana cadmium yellow, and we are going to do the second layer and go between, and you'll see how the lighter yellow comes forward. Now you don't worry about these edges here looking rough, because we're going to go back over that, and sometimes you'll pick up some of the under petals will still be wet, and you'll pick up that color, but that's fine too. You don't have to do a second layer. I just like them looking fuller and the contrasting color. That's pretty simple. I'll do this one. brush is getting dry. I reload. Well, that one picked up some orange. You never know. There, pretty much is it. Now I'll come in and I will clean up the center. Well, I'm going to clean up around the edges where we added the petals, and I'm just going to pounce in a little bit of the burnt umber and see. I just want to blend them in a bit. And that's looking okay. Normally I would mix it with my black and my burnt umber, but I was being lazy just to show you how you can tap that in there, and then you can tap a little bit of your yellow and make like a little C around the dimple. And there you have it. If you want to add a little more texture, you can also just tap in some more of the yellow. And there's your sunflowers. I'll show you how I do a leaf. Usually I do the leaves first so they're sitting in the background, but I didn't this time, but we'll just add it now. Okay, I'll show you quickly the leaves since I've got a low battery here. Leaves for the sunflowers are larger, so we're going to use a 3/4 inch flat brush, and I've double loaded with a lighter green and a dark like evergreen or thicket, and I think the lighter green is a Hauser light green. And we start. Now instead of like a heart shaped leaf, they're more triangular. We reload, and remember the dark goes against the light so that it makes like the seam. I'm going at an odd angle for me, and there you have the leaf. And we'll try another one next to it. Sometimes I'll dip a little in the yellow to get a little more contrast. See, I started to do a heart leaf because that's just what I end up doing. So I need to bring it out, make it a little more triangular instead of out and then in. I just try to keep it straight, then go to the point. And then you do a few regular little, just brush leaves. Do a and pull in, and with the double loading it kind of gives you the different colorations. Got a little bit too much on my brush, but you get the picture. Doing it upside down is not my best, but there you have it. Now I'll show you the half flower. Hopefully I've got enough battery here. Okay, here's the half flower. Brown on top, black on the bottom. I kind of make a little circle, just a little one. Let me get a little more brown. Black is overpowering it. There. Then you go back and get your yellow. Sorry about that, I put it aside. And I've got the two different shades on here. And you just stay low. You don't go all the way around. And you can tell that this one's really wet because I'm getting a lot of black in there. And then you can go around one more time with a lighter yellow. You can let it dry a little bit if you want. And then you don't get the black in there. Well, basically you get the idea. Then clean it back up. And there you have your half flower. And make it a little can put some yellow in the middle. And there you go.